Hey guys, it's Sarah from She's Crafty and She Knows It, and I'm here to show you how to do watercolor blending. And so I got the set of Tombow water brushes. It's a set of 3. So they're different size tips. This one's really fine. This one's like a flat tip. And then this one's like a larger pointy tip. And so they all have water. They all open up. Let me show you. They all open up right here. And you just put water inside of it like that. So there's water down inside and the water comes out the tip. And so it's like a little watercolor paintbrush. So you can use these with different pads. The pads that I've been using that I really like are the 2 different kinds of Canson watercolor pads. These do really well with it because they're thick and they're able to handle the watercolor and the water from the brush pins without it just warping. Otherwise the paper might get wet and bubble and warp, and so this does really well with it. So we're going to jump right in. Okay, so I have a piece of my watercolor paper. I have the water brushes from Tombow, and then I have a bunch of pretty Tombow dual brushes. So if you've been watching the other videos, I've been using a gray as kind of a rough draft, so I'm going to do that again. So I wrote the word chill. I have my markers. So I'm going to kind of lay out the order I'm going to do it in. And so I'm going to do kind of a watercolor effect, and I'm going to use these colors. So if you watch the direct-to-paper blending, this is very similar. You're going to put the marker directly on the paper, but instead of blending it with the colorless blender pen, we're going to blend it with the water brush. And so now I'm just going to color in the letters little by little, and you actually don't have to have the colors butt up to each other as close as I did with the colorless blender pen, because the water in the water brush just kind of blends them together easily without having to have the colors right up next to each other. Okay, so now we have our word. I use 6 different colors and we're going to blend it together. So I'm going to use the larger of the brush ones. It's not the flat tip, it's the pointy tip, but there's 2 sizes. It's the bigger one. I like to keep a piece of cardstock nearby in case water's not coming out or too much is coming out. I can kind of dab it on there to see where the water's at. Sometimes it kind of gets stuck and you have to squeeze the marker. So you're going to start similar to the direct-to-paper, where you kind of start in the darker color or really just at the top, and you can tell it's getting wet. Hopefully you can see that up there. And we're just basically, it's like you're painting. So you just follow the letters. You don't really have to go back and forth as much as you do with the colorless blender pen. If too much water comes out and it kind of like, oops, I went out of the line right there, no big deal. Just go and make the line a little bit wider. If you want to use the thinner tip, you can definitely use it. It just takes a little bit longer. So I just like using a little bit of the bigger tip, and if it goes outside the line, I don't really get too worried about it. Now we're blending into the purple. So I'm brushing the purple down similar to how I did in the direct-to-paper. There's a lot of water on my paper, so I'm going to kind of dab some off. Just keep blending. Just take your time with it. There's no rush. Go as slow as you need to. I just basically follow along the way I would if I was actually writing it again. Like I said, if you go outside the lines, just go make the line a little bit thicker. I'm kind of clean the tip off a little bit so I can drag some of this pink down into the purple without all the pink going away. Like so. So there we've kind of blended it all together. I'll do another quick little example. I'm going to do it without doing the gray rough draft this time. So we're just going to do the word hi. I'll go over here. And maybe I'm just going to blend 2 letters together. Take my brush, I'm going to try to make sure there's no other pink or purple on it. I'm going to follow the H. And even where you're not blending, just go ahead and go through it with the water brush because it really does change how it looks. It makes it look much more like you actually did watercolors with it. So go ahead and just paint over the H or whatever you're writing. And when you get to where you're going to mix it, blend it together. And so I'm just taking a little bit of the color from the letters and using that to make the dot appear so that it's a little bit more of a watercolor dot instead of a really stiff outlined marker dot. Okay, we're going to do one more watercolor blending. So there's the word joy fading from dark blue to light blue to dark green to light green and back to blue. So that's really one of my favorite ways of doing the blending is the watercolor blending. I love the watercolor pins. They're so fun to work with. You can do doodles with it, do whole phrases, whole pages. And so I have tons on my Instagram. I'm sharing them on my Facebook, my blog, just different pictures I've drawn, different phrases that I've done, and it's just so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe for more videos. I'm going to do a video soon showing you kind of how to do shadowing and highlighting on your letters to kind of give them more dimension and just how to add fun accents. So definitely come back, keep an eye on the channel for more videos. I hope you're staying safe and that your family is safe and healthy, and we will talk soon. Bye guys.